Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 12 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. We are just basically waiting out until we get a few more techs to put us in a better position to attack Hiawatha there and take on Ondaga from him. I'd like to have artillery first. I'll probably take Brentford on the way in, because that should be an easier city to take, and it would mean I don't have to worry about this city firing at me from the side when I'm trying to take on Ondaga. It also means that we can stay back and let his units come to us, and hopefully we can farm some of his units out. 7 turns away from getting architecture. Does anybody have the porcelain tower yet? Look at all the stuff Hiawatha has. This is why we need to take Hiawatha's capital. It doesn't look like anyone has the porcelain tower. We may be able to get that. The World's Fair is at 35%. We have contributed enough enough to get the silver reward. So we're not going to bother with anything else. We're going to continue that garden there. We're definitely going to get a castle here because we're going to need to go very defensive. We're going to finish the World's Fair at Babylon. We don't need that there anymore. I think we definitely need to get a garden. We need a zoo. And an opera house would be useful also. And a CAD, you're going to finish that musketman, and then you can do another caravan. It'll take a while, but we'll get that done there. So let's go on to the next turn. So we're not going to worry about the World's Fair anymore. Now we're going to be using our production to actually just try and get some military units out, try and get some buildings built. We've only got 3 cities, but we are going to need some happiness for when we take over these places here. Peace treaty has expired with Shaka. That's fine. He may well attack us again, but I think we'll be alright. Ideology. I never remember where ideology comes from. When you build your 3rd factory or enter the modern era, well, we're a little bit of a way off from the modern era, and we need to get industrialization before we can build factories. I mean, we could actually go for that, but we might actually have some coal. I think I will carry on going into scientific theory first, then we'll pick up industrialization, then we'll go for dynamite. It will delay us getting artillery, but I think that's going to be fine. I mean, Onondaga, the Iroquois still aren't close enough. Look at that, he's built as another wonder. Oh, this guy's amazing. How about 7 gold per turn? There we go. Obviously, he's not close to winning the game yet, so we've still got a little bit of time. So that's fine. We don't need to worry about attacking him just yet. So we can take a little bit longer. Again, it might be a science victory, or it might be a domination victory, depending on how things go. Like I said, at the moment, I would just be happy if I can actually win on Immortal, because it would be my first Immortal win. I think I will go around to a few of these jungles and just build a couple of trading posts, just in case. I rarely ever work trading posts. There are nearly always better tiles to work, but at the same time, I really don't want to remove the jungles, because the jungles are useful because they do provide a little bit of science. So if we get a big enough population, I mean, we may well end up replacing a jungle anyway. I think actually what I'm going to do is build another mine up on this hill. You guys are actually going to go up there and make that into a mine, and then I think we'll actually turn one of these into an academy. We've managed to do something here. Caesar's constructing, you've stolen something. Decided to let the transgression slip this time. We can steal a technology from... Where are we stealing from? Oh, in Rome. That might upset him if he's caught us. So we can grab architecture for free, which isn't great, really, considering we're already most of the way through researching it. In fact, we're only 4 turns away from researching it, but we can't grab anything else, so we might as well grab that. Now, it depends whether or not he's actually caught us. We might want to move him out of there, but we might also leave him there as well. So we're definitely working that tile. We're working the university. 13 turns until we grow. Yeah, really not a great city, this, but it's going to have to do. It would be nice if we could just get some extra production here, but it is just not a good city. We could get a workshop. And in fact, we could just go ahead and buy a workshop. I think I'm going to do that, actually. The production in this city is so terrible, I'm just going to buy a workshop. That should be enough. Let's see if Rome actually discovered us. It's probably a little bit pointless. Yeah. Swear not to spy on you anymore. It's nice to keep an eye on him, but I think what we'll actually do is we'll move that spy and put him in Mombasa. It might help us to be able to flip him and take him from the Iroquois. And we are the science leader, so it's very, very likely that we're going to be able to... very, very unlikely that we're going to be able to steal from anybody else anyway. Can't steal from the Celts, that is fine. So we are going to move you from Rome, and we are going to put you into Mombasa. And what is the one up here? This is Manila. Let's try and do that then. Let us take you from Dublin and put you into Manila. We'll see if we can get both of those city-states. We don't have a counter-spy at the moment, actually, which is probably important. I think Manila's less important right now. So I think you were actually going to go and put you into Babylon, as we are the tech leader. Might be able to kill a few people's spies. So let's get another mine up here for some more production. When we get that great scientist in 6 turns, we'll be replacing this jungle over here. And we'll have our 4th academy. And then that means we'll be getting 120 science per turn. No, we won't. It's we'll be getting 80 science per turn just from academies, which is still really, really strong. Declaration of Friendship has expired. That's with Austria. I think we can get that back. So that's not too much of a problem. So let's go in and attempt that. Yep, Declaration of Friendship with Austria. Now, before it registers, can we get one with Rome? Probably not. He did catch us spying on him, which he's not going to be particularly happy with. Nope, don't even have the option of that. So we'll go on to the next turn. I guess we still do have time to get a Declaration of Friendship with Hiawatha if we wanted to. I really, really do want to take his stuff from him, but I just don't... I think it's a little bit too early. I really need to have artillery before I can get in there and try and take Onondaga. So, if we have the option of getting a declaration with friendship with him, we might be able to get another research agreement. Discuss. Nope, still don't have the option yet. Move a sacked unit. What do we have here? We have a musketman. Were we given that for free by somebody? Manila desires a trade route. We could probably manage that. Oh, is that just the one that we just finished constructing? Yeah, so we'll take you and move you up here. On to the next turn. I know I'm leaving a lot of units down here, but I think that'll be fine. I think if anyone is likely to attack us sneakily, it's probably going to be Hiawatha. We're being denounced by Rome. Okay. I think I've just changed my opinion there. I think I should be okay. I don't think Rome's going to be able to do too much to attack me over here. They might. But we'll keep building defensively. We've always got units that we can move down to help us. In fact, you're actually going to come and just stand down here on the academy. The only problem I've got is that Rome could just come in and pillage all of the citrus down here, which is a little bit problematic, to say the least. Now, who is he currently at war with? He's at war with the Iroquois and Austria. Wonder if I can get him at war with England again. England aren't particularly strong at the moment, but at least if England are fighting him, is less likely that he's going to attack me. And hopefully Shaka's going to be getting a lot of crap from the AI, and I won't have to worry about him too much. So, do we actually want to be working the production there? 97 turns until this city grows. That's not great, really, is it? But it doesn't really have a lot of other food tiles unless we steal one from somewhere else. I've got a farm there, though. Let's go and work that. 20 turns until growth. That seems a little bit more reasonable. England.
Hello again.
Would you be willing to declare war? No, you have a peace treaty. Okay, that's fine. At least you've still got York this time. It doesn't look like you lost anything. And Rome does seem to be expanding out to the east right now. instead of coming in my direction, which helps a little bit. I'll keep this guy on this side of the river. I think that'll help. But remember, worst case scenario, we just pull back to the city, because by the time he actually gets any units onto the hills, Babylon can just sort of poke at them from a distance away. So that should be fine. What is that? That's a Manilan galleass. Obviously that's come from Manila, and that's fighting with you. Yeah, so Rome really doesn't like us at the moment. He's very fickle, is Caesar. He is one of those leaders that is very, very likely to backstab you. We're 8 turns away from religious theory. We'll get an extra 2 science for each academy. And that's an extra 2 base science. So that means that then gets multiplied by all of your science multipliers. So we'll have an absolutely brilliant... Will you stop stealing from me? It's very annoying. We'll have an absolutely brilliant science output from our academies once we get that. Right, let's go and remove this road now that... I might even actually build a road up here, because it'll be useful when we do take those cities, and it will just make moving things a little bit quicker. But we'll go and remove this road first anyway, because we're paying maintenance for it and we don't need it. You were going to Rome. Well, we're definitely not going to be doing that anymore, because that seems like suicide. But let's go to Manila. I know Manila is actually controlled by Rome right now, but they do want a trade route. And, you know, anything that helps us try and pull them away from Rome is going to be really, really useful for us. But we also want to try and get Mombasa at the same time. Mombasa are looking for science. They're also looking for someone to discover a natural wonder, and someone to produce a great engineer. What's going on there? It looks like Brussels is using cannons to fire at Zulu impies. And the impies will still probably win, because they're an incredibly, stupidly strong unit. Great scientist. There we go. So we're going to take you, and we're going to put you over in that tile. So get them all worked by the same city. On to the next turn. It's going to be so strong once we get scientific theory. And that's before we even get the public school, which will give us another 50% science per population, which is really, really nice. Ooh, good stuff. Okay, so, quite excited about getting that. Being insulted by Shaka, yeah, we definitely need to keep getting some military units out, I think. You want to buy salt from me. You've nearly got the 360. Let's take the 307 plus 1 gold per turn. You're not going to give me 2. That's way too much. 1 gold you should. Yep, brilliant. Okay. That's a bit more money in the bank. Oh, well, if the city-states are going to manage to keep just clearing the Zulus up, that's fine. I wonder if Austria will be able to take Linz back. So let's go ahead and put you in there. We will make sure that we are working this tile, because it's hugely important. We've stopped working the bananas. Just slow down the growth a little bit, but... yeah, so we're still getting 20 science per turn for working those. What are we working any tiles that are just particularly low food that we could switch out? Why is that one only 2 food? Because it's on a hill, but it's giving us 2 production. So we could lose that 2 production and gain an extra food. It's only 1 turn's worth of growth, but I think that's a slightly better tile to work. Then when we get an extra population, we can put them in a tile that actually has just full production. 1, 2, 3. We can't reach that field, that farm, unfortunately. Unit needs orders. You're going to remove the road. On to the next turn. Still got this fight going on here with Brantford trying to sink the Manilan units. That's fine. Has declared war on Austria. We are actually now friendly with Manila, which is nice. How much more do we need? 56 influence. We could take them from Rome. Obviously, we'd need to do it before a war started. Doesn't look like we can do an awful lot on this turn either. Still need a couple more caravans. And I think we will try and get them, although we are limited for who we can trade with. And if they do go to war with us, we might end up losing some units. But we'll do the best that we can. Definitely need to get a castle built over here. make it a little bit stronger when we're actually trying to deal with Onondaga. Should be 3 turns until scientific theory. So, it is going to be a while before we can go to war with Onondaga. Let us see if we can... No, still can't get that declaration of friendship yet, which is going to be a little bit annoying. What have we finished down here in Acad? We've got a caravan. That is good. The science output down here is not bad. It might be worth getting an observatory, but we're a little bit sort of behind in doing that. And we're already still losing more happiness. I did say I'd like to get the ironworks down here. I think we will try and work on the ironworks, then a zoo. Now, what are we building over here? We're working on this, so I think after that zoo, we will try and get the porcelain tower. We might go full production focus in order to get it. In fact, what's our production? What is our top production city? Looking at the wrong pane. There we go. Our top production city is Babylon with 29 production. Okay, that's fine then. So, unit needs orders. You've removed that road already. So let's go ahead and just get a road on these 2 tiles, just so we can get units in and out a little bit quicker. Caravan. Where's the best place to send you? Let's have a look where the best trade route is. Trade route overview. Highest gold. Babylon to Onondaga. Well, we might as well do that for now, because we're not going to war with you just yet. So we'll relocate you to Babylon. Yeah, definitely want to make sure that I've got artillery first. Because artillery and battleships are the first tiers of units that you can effectively and reliably use against cities without actually taking damage from the city itself. Unless, of course, you're playing as England and you've got longbowmen, or you've got any other unit that has +1 range. So... you know, we won't actually have to get in city bombardment range, which is what we want to do. Gold per turn for citrus. Could try and get that back. Trade. Can we get friendship first? Let's just actually have a look. No, still don't have the option. So, we'll just sell it to you for 7 gold per turn. Actually, you have silk. Let's just do a swap. Straight swap for silk. That gives us some more happiness. We could do with another golden age. That caravan has arrived. You are going to go to Onondaga, because that is the highest gold. And on to the next turn. 3 turns until that zoo has finished. 4 turns until we grow. 25 turns we get another great scientist. We might have to actually start just... I don't know what the sort of top turn is. Maybe 25 turns is just enough. Wow, 51 happiness. Maybe it's just enough to... what am I even talking about? Brain has just completely frazzled there because I was reading too many things at once. I've just noticed that Ethiopia has stolen from us again. My spy is doing terrible right now. I'm just going to go ahead and buy a constabulary, just to try and stop this from happening. You guys have finished that mine. There's not really a lot of decent tiles that you guys can upgrade now either. I think you've pretty much got most of the decent ones. I guess we could go ahead and get a farm up here. It is next to a... well, there's already a guy there, I suppose, so you can't really do that, can you? Because he's going to build a road. So what can we do with you? Is there anything brilliant? Well, I guess we can get a farm here. It is next to a river. So we'll do that. Unit needs orders. You guys are building a road. On to the next turn. Still making 66 gold per turn, which is good. I'll keep selling you my citrus. I should put the price up considering you keep stealing tech from me. 16 happiness though, which is quite good. We've finished that zoo now, I assume. Oh no, I haven't finished it yet. A couple of turns left. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the great scientist. I think if we make an academy within 24 turns, it might still be early enough in the game for it to work out. Do you know what? If we had have actually gone for that, we probably could have got gold, but we didn't, and we've got some other stuff built. There's scientific theory. There's a golden age. Free policy. 2 science from every specialist is going to be really great for us. Of course, we could get humanism and get scientists even faster which would be ridiculous for us right now. But getting +1 gold from science buildings is very, very strong. So we're just going to work down secularism and try and get to scientific revolution as quickly as we can. So let's have a look at a... let's have a look now at a academy, because it says 10 science, but if we untick it, we go from 284. That's weird. It looks like it's dropped now. 284, and it would be 94, 804. So 25. We now get 25 science from an academy, which is really, really good. We're going to put the porcelain tower before the opera house and go on to the next turn. We do also want to build the public school, but that is a national wonder, so we don't need to rush it, really. Caesar has made peace with city-states. Now, who are you actually at war with these days? You're still at war with the Iroquois. You're actually... No, you're not. You're at war with Austria, not at war with the Iroquois. Can I get England to go to war with you, or the Celts to go to war with you? Either would be great. England. Would you... like me to click the right button. Would you be willing to declare war on Caesar? No. Caesar might do it the other way around, though. You're happy down here on your own little island, so you're probably not going to want to do anything of the sort either. Declare war on Caesar. No, you're not willing to do it. Let's go and have a word with Caesar. Would you be willing to declare war on Elizabeth? No. Would you be willing to declare war on Boudica? No. Okay, let's see if we can get embassies. Might give him a little bit of a reputation boost. Adopt policy, great, well that was good. So what do we do here? Do we want +1 gold? 79 gold we're on now. We don't have a lot of science buildings, but it's given us an extra 10 gold per turn. It's not terrible. Choose host. Well, what do we want to do here? We could vote for Austria. I mean, how many votes do we have? Oh, we have 2 votes. So, whoever we vote for, because even if we vote for the Iroquois, or even if we vote for Rome, Austria's still got the most votes. So, we are going to vote for Austria, and they're going to get in anyway. Might as well vote for them and get ourselves a reputation boost with them, even though they're already friendly, it doesn't really matter. Research agreements. 13 turns for the one with Elizabeth. You guys were going there to create a farm. And that's pretty much all we can do on this turn. So that is a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon. And I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.